Jazzy says, why is there so much hatred now? I know we've always had it in our society, but it's on full speed now. Fear. It's fear, it's stress, it's anxiety it's the uncertainty we're facing. It's not that we should look at the stock market for advice, absolutely not, but it's indicative, right? It's telling us something. It's telling us that people are genuinely terrified. They're pulling their investments out. They don't know what they're going to do because there are certain people who can't make decisions. And these, just from strictly speaking from the financial place, are there going to be tariffs? Are there not going to be tariffs? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? At some point, you just take your ball and go home because it's not fun to be here anymore. You find another way of playing. In our lives, we're told we've got to, if I just take this from a Canadian perspective, from a Canadian political perspective, I was talking to my dad this morning. It's my dad's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Dad. If we take a look at like the conservative leader here in Canada, Pierre Poilievre, he starts his speech and you're going to hear a few things in that speech. You're going to hear everything in Canada is broken. Okay, everything in Canada sucks. It's broken. The Liberals broke it all. They ruined it all. Whatever you want to say. He's the only one who can fix it. And the Liberals suck. Right? Like those are pretty much three things you're going to hear. You rarely hear a message of hope from him. And that's not uncommon for other politicians. I know. I'm just using him as an example. We can only, as human beings, we can only take so much trepidation. We can only swallow so much fear. We can only be told that life sucks, we suck, the country sucks, everything's in danger, it's all going to burn down. There's no hope unless, right? We can only hear that so much. And we can only be told so often that there are people out there to blame. We can only be told so often that there's people out there to be blamed for how we're feeling. And then we turn. We can take so much of it and then we turn, and we turn on those we have been told and those we believe are to be blamed. Because we want it to stop. And when we turn on those people, it's hatred. It comes out as hatred. Absolutely comes out as hatred. It comes out as angst. It comes out as strife. It comes out as aggression. And this isn't good for any of us. Because that just, all of a sudden now we're going to perpetuate this, aren't we? So if I am told that you're to blame and I believe it, I swallow it hook, line, and sinker, and I give you what for. I get mean with you, I get angry with you, I get aggressive with you. And now you look at me and go, wait a second, I'm to blame now, aren't I? And then we're at each other over and over, and it goes back and forth, and we bring people into it. This is the world that has been constructed. We've bought into it. This is one of the reasons why we have to let it go. Again, let's come back to Jesus's teaching. One of his most difficult teachings is love your enemies and bless those who persecute you. Love your enemies, take care of your enemies, provide for your enemies. Right? Paul says, is it Paul or is it Proverbs? I think Paul quotes Proverbs, but it's along the lines of be kind to your enemies. In this way, you will be heaping burning coals on their foreheads. Right? Like if we want this cycle of anger, of hatred, of animosity, of aggression to end, if we want this cycle of blame to end, then it's up to us to simply choose to say, no, I will not swallow this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to grow beyond this. I mean, again, we need to be aware. We need to observe. We need to talk. But I am not going to vilify. I'm not going to give in to the temptation to hate. I'm not going to give in to the temptation to condemn. I'm going to love those people. Even if it kills me, I'm going to love those people because that's a better life. And I'm going to pray for, and I'm going to bless, and I'm going to provide for those people who would persecute me, even if it kills me, because it's a better life. That's where we are. Not easy, but if we want the cycle to end, we have to be the ones that are willing to stand into it and say, enough. All right, enough. I've had it. Say what you want about me. I won't say it about you. Say what you want about my people. I'm not going to say that about you. Say what you want about my community. I'm not going to say that about you. I'm not going to meet you on your level because your level sucks. And it's disheartening and it is life draining. It is not life-giving. Amen.